So, Rib wants to go find Arlen probably a day later, so he has time to settle in and everything. Maybe even 2 days.
Get your token over here.
Oh, okay, I'll move myself. There you go.
So that I can zoom in.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that creepy face. The wolf. Alright. So, after a few days, then, Rib will probably be able to. Well, Arlen has gotten settled a bit, so you'd,
Mhm.
he actually, I think on his first day here, essentially just walked around the entire estate and then the city
Oh,
outside of it. And so yeah, he's got a little office set up, and Rib will probably most likely find him there if he's not around somewhere training.
okay. Well, she'll certainly go look for him and knock on his door.
Arlen will, after a bit, just go, uh, come in.
Rib enters in. My lord,
Ah, Maribel, how are you?
I'm fine.
Did you
And
need something?
well, I want to see how you're settling in back in your old stomping grounds.
It's good to be home. I just have to make some time after all this work to see my mother.
Oh, that must be an exciting day to plan for.
Yeah, I suppose it will. She'd probably like to meet you.
Oh, I would get to meet the honorable woman who raised you.
Well, you are my bodyguard and enforcer, so yeah.
How exciting! Oh, I'm sure she must have such wonderful stories about you.
Okay, you're waiting outside.
She laughs and she kind of like approaches your desk to get a better look at you and says, "Though, in all honesty, little lord, how are you faring?"
I'm doing well. I should be asking you that.
Hmm. Why so?
Well, I mean, the darkness thing. The
Oh,
nameless one?
yes, some kind of god, or rather, but well, as they say, the gods are dying or dead.
Right. But you actually talked to it.
Yes, I was actually quite curious about that. Were you able to talk to the god yourself?
Me? No,
Yes.
not not then. Whatever it did, just hurt a lot, I guess. What was it
You.
like?
Hmm. Well, I didn't exactly see it. I don't know if that was just my vision or it simply did not have a form.
Huh.
But considering that it seemed very determined to connect itself to you, I thought it would be wise to check up on you, even if the masters at the temple assured that you were not possessed.
Yeah. Gonna scratches his head. Well, they said I was a bit out of it still. They said I was fine, right?
Yes, they did.
That's good. Did they look at you?
Hmm? Why would they?
I mean, huh, I guess I was the only one it wanted, huh?
Yes, it appeared that when I somehow managed to break the amulet, it was looking for another form to take vessel in. And since you were the closest thing at the time, it was choosing you. But it seems your sister was able to mend the little charm before it did that.
Huh, that's good. No one was. Well, I guess I better ask everyone if they were seriously hurt or not.
No, I believe you're the one who was the worst injured.
Well, I'm good now, says, kind of beating his chest a bit.
Is he telling the truth?
Yeah, he is healthy.
Okay. Did anything happen though, whilst you were out?
No, nothing, just darkness.
Your breathing was quite faint.
Was it?
Yes.
Huh. That's concerning. I guess I was dying then. Again. Kinda looks down at his desk at his hand.
She kind of stares at him for a moment and says, "Then I believe I should apologize.
What?
You didn't want me to try to take it off you, but I tried to anyway. And in the process, I nearly did probably kill you."
It's alright, Maribel. I mean, looking back on it now, usually whenever I had a thought to try and take it off, it'd get overwritten with something. So, thanks for getting it off.
Of course. I hope that'll be the last time I try an attempt on your life, she says with a smile.
Hopefully. Okay. Picks at the desk a bit. Looks back down at paperwork.
Can I sense motive on him?
Sure.
Uh...
Hmm.
Ho!
I will roll to resist.
It's the roll to resist.
Pretty sure it's lie or bluff,
Nice.
which don't worry, he's not the best at.
Ooh,
Close.
very.
But you see, that whole part still kind of bothers him a bit. He's just kind of waving over it. Have a good laugh. It's fine.
Is there something about the incident you would like to speak to me about?
No.
I think you're lying.
I.
Though I suppose your brimming honesty is one of your better qualities, little lord.
Can't lie for anything, it seems, huh?
Well, please,
I.
please elaborate.
I. Said Belina split. Maribel. And I just feel that maybe there are gonna be times where no matter what I say, you'll just do what you want.
Hmm.
But that
She.
he kind of
Yeah.
stops her before she's done. But that isn't. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying I want you to be completely subservient to me. That's just wrong. I'm just a bit afraid now, I guess. Not of you or anything. Well, maybe I just. I'm messing this up. I trust you. And I may not be thinking the best right now, but I trust you. So, and I need people at my side that if I'm making a bad call or I'm not seeing something clearly, then you have the full right to act on your own for the best interests of the group and, at the very least, for yourselves if I'm trying to lead us to our doom. So, I think I just have to get used to that, maybe. That there are going to be times where that happens. That I can't just have you guys as. I can't think of you guys as pawns, and I shouldn't. Heck, I shouldn't even be feeling bad about it that much. I don't know why I am. It's just how I feel.
And with that, she kind of walks over around your table, so she's standing next to you. And then she slowly kneels in front of you with a smile. And says, I've had my fair share of, well, I suppose to put it, masters. I was a slave once.
Really?
Yes, fighting pits.
Oh. I mean, you told me about that. I just didn't think that. I thought you just joined up.
Oh, goodness, no. My grandmother decided that I was too much for her to handle, so she passed me off.
Sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. It's all in the past. But it certainly gave me some life experience. I spent many years there as a slave, and I know what it is to be a pawn, to feel like one. There is no such feeling here.
Good. Because you're not my pawn.
No. And I understand that whilst you know it's reasonable, I may not always follow your orders. I do understand your discomfort. There is some uncertainty in that, after all. But I'm glad you trust me.
He nods.
And she smiles and says, but I will not try to make it a habit of making decisions for you.
It's not about making decisions for me. It's about making the best decisions.
I suppose we'll never know whether or not taking off that amulet was, or not, the best decision. We'll have to see.
Someone probably would have stole it off me when we got here anyway.
Oh, I'm sure they would have a very fun time trying.
I hear there's some pretty good thieves around.
And she smiles at Alan and says, I don't believe you'll lose your way anytime soon. So, I'm happy to stay by your side.
Thank you, Maribel. Thank you.
Anytime, little lord.
He smiles.
And she gets up and says, "Well, I'll leave you to your paperwork." Glances at the masses of things he probably has to sign.
Yeah, escape while you can.
Oh, I'm not escaping anywhere. Your sister has roped me into helping her envelope invitations all over the county.
Oh boy. Maybe we'll just make it a tournament.
Oh, that would be interesting. Well, I'll be more than happy to volunteer for such an event.
Oh, please don't give her any ideas. I don't want to put too much work on her.
Well, we'll sort to see what your sister scrounges up. Perhaps she'll give us some northern hospitality.
Oh boy. We are close to the border, I guess. May not be that much of a culture shock.
He smiles and says, well, hang tight, little lord. And do get some good rest.
Of course, Maribel.
And she'll leave.
As she's leaving, just about to close the door, I'll say, wait.
Hmm?
And pauses for a second, looks away, then looks back, and then just says, thanks again.
For
Everything. And also, again, I trust you. And uncertainty isn't all bad. After all, and he'll look back at Rib and smile and say, that's where adventure comes from.
wise words.
Well, I
I
guess I
can't
better.
wait for the
Oops, sorry.
can't sorry. Well, I can't wait for the next adventure then.
Yep. Currently, mine is this. Then motions to the paperwork and starts getting back to work.
And yeah, she leaves off.
Hey.
Hey, wholesomeness.
Hey. Wholesomeness. And that's where we can end.